And now you're unmuted.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Tuesdays in the Shop. Today, we're going to show you something new, our brand new block of the month that we just, so it's live on the website.
Real quick, let's do a sound check.
Oh, yes. Got to get the technical,
We can never trust.
the technical stuff out of the way. So if somebody could just put in a comment saying that they could hear us before.
The little green thing is moving, but
We've been deceived before. So yeah, if somebody could just put in that comment, that would be great. And then I'll tell you all about Muse, which you can see behind me.
Loud and clear.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay, so we're on. Thank you for whoever let us know. Yes, so our new block of the month just launched today. It is live on the website. There will be a link in somewhere down below in the video description to Muse. That's the new block of the month. So we have two color versions this time. I wanted to get a little crazy and I came up with like 6 or 8. And Yvette was like, no, you got to keep it simple, just 2. So we narrowed it down to 2. One, true, it can get a little tricky. Yeah, sometimes if you have too many, it's overwhelming and then you can't decide. Right, and we don't want you to pick none. We want you to pick one.
Because this quilt is awesome.
Yeah, it's a fun quilt. So one of the colorways is very similar to what is on the cover. You can see the fabrics here. Yeah, so Yvette can put up a picture of that one on the screen, so you can take a look at that. It's really cool. I mean, I think most of you by this time know that turquoise is one of my favorite colors, so this one is obviously my favorite. We've got some dark navy with turquoise, some brighter turquoise. I'll just show you real quick. And most of these patterns, they are all patterns, there's no solids, are just nice blenders because I didn't want to take away from the graphic, grand scheme design of the quilt. I thought that was really nice. So none of the prints are going to take away from that. They're just, they're interesting prints that are most importantly the right color. And yes, add some depth without being distracting. Sure. So in this way, we all know that screens, cameras and screens are not always the right color. So this way, hopefully you can get a little bit better idea of what they look like. Hopefully there's enough light that, yeah, we don't have the best lighting in here, unfortunately. This one, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see the pattern. It is the little sea grapes. The Carolyn Friedlander print. I should have grabbed it in a different color with more contrast. Anyway,
that's one of my favorites.
We sell so much of this print. It's so usable. So it's a white background, but it does have little leaf shapes, basically, in a very low contrast kind of seafoam. I think seafoam is the color, actually. So together, they look really nice together. I do have,
and it looks pretty similar to the cover.
Exactly, yes. So you can get a pretty good idea of what it looks like. I mean, besides the fact that we have a picture of it, it's also going to look pretty similar to this one. And then the other colorway we did is, so this one's called Sky, by the way. The blue one is called Sky. And then we also have Desert. So the Desert is this one. And so these are also all prints. I will hold some of these up too. So this one is Hole Punch. So this is a yellow with a very pale pink little dots. And it's like the hole punches. If you punch a bunch of paper and then the papers fall out of the hole punch, this is kind of what you've got going on.
Kind of like confetti.
Yeah, kind of confetti-ish. But so it's kind of polka dot, but not a very structured polka dot where they're all exactly the same. You can see some of them are just like partly cutouts and just scattered.
And color is so trendy right now.
And what is this color? Honey. So this is hole punch dot in honey. Yes, and it is a very, very trendy color right now. And then it goes very well with brushy in sienna. Also a pretty trendy color lately. I like this, brush stroke quality that it's got going on. But it's not super bright. So as you can see, I wanted to, warmth and kind of desert, sun, that sort of a feeling, but without being garish or, too bright. So we've got these. Oh, and then the next one is a really nice neutral. So this is a cream with like a beige. Hopefully there's enough light that you can see that, with little beige lines and curves. I just really like that one.
That'd be a fun one to embroider on.
Ooh, it would. It would be. And then we've got another one that I've always really liked called Deco Stitch. Just like little stitches basically in there. So, and the peach, this one is peach. It kind of goes with the color of the hole punches are very similar to the Deco Stitch we have here. So that goes really nice. And then you've got this kind of warm neutral to help tie it together. I think it came out really nice. And as Yvette was saying, this is a very kind of on trend color combination right now. But it's still very usable at the same time. It isn't, it's not too bright or too loud. Definitely has a little Southwest vibe.
I think it would look beautiful as a wall hanger. When we hung it up on
Absolutely.
this, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to look great on your couch, on your wall, on your bed, wrapped up around you. So all of those things, I think this is a good one and very different than what I've been doing in the past. We've had a lot of purples and blues and things lately. So
Yeah,
this one's a little. We've never done an orange quilt, or actually, I don't think we've done yellow either.
Yeah, I don't like
Yeah. So this is a slight departure, but I think a nice one. I mean, I really like it.
Yeah, we're gonna fight over this sample one.
Probably, yeah. So those are the two colorways. And so I didn't mention some of the details yet. So this is a shorter block of the month. It's only 3 months. It's going to be starting in February. So the holiday craziness will be over with. You'll be ready for a new project, and a nice short one. So it's not going to tie you up, for the rest of the year. Get it done quick. Well, you don't have to get it done quickly, but you could if you wanted to. And there's only 3 blocks. So each month you'll be making either 4 or 8 blocks, but they will all be the same. So one of those blocks would be this. So I don't know if this is 1, 2, or 3 off the top of my head, but so you would make 4 of this one block in a month. There's also a template that goes along with the pattern.
Oh wait, so there's no applique or anything?
No. So there's no applique, there's no paper piecing, there's no foundation piecing, there's no curves, nothing fancy here. I would
Machine piece.
just regular machine piecing. We have some half square triangles, some 4-patch, some other, straightforward rectangles and squares, also some other triangles. But
This would be good for like a beginner or like a confident.
I would say probably a confident beginner, somebody that's done some piecing, but I wouldn't say you would have to have already done some of these, shapes. They don't necessarily have common names. Cutaway corner, half square triangles. I think most of us know what that is. And then tall triangles, which would be like these guys. So these would be the tall triangles, which is sort of a triangle and a square kind of thing. But all of these shapes in the cutaway, so this is the corner cutaway, but all of these are done with the goddess tool. And this one, I haven't peeled the paper off the back yet, so that I thought it would be easier to see on camera if I didn't do that. But this is just your regular regular acrylic template that you can use with your rotary cutter. I'll get this started here, just so you can see. So as you can see there, the paper just peels off the back. It's for, you know, protection while it's shipping and that sort of thing. But I thought you'd be able to see it a little bit better. Obviously, before you used it, you'd want to peel that off. But she's got half square triangle cutting, the cutaway, 3 sizes of the cutaway corners, and the tall triangle up here. So this is a great add-on. If you don't want to purchase the template, there is also a full-size version in the pattern. So you can copy this onto template plastic if you would prefer to do it that way. And you can see here some of the half square triangle, the cutaway corner, the tall triangle, the half tall triangle. And all of, if you've never used a template before, there are videos online for each of these different elements and how to use the tool to create them. So that's really helpful. If you're new to using a template, or even if you've used it before, you've just never used this particular one, it's really nice that you can go online and check out those videos and see it in action, to, you know, even just for confirmation that you know what you're doing. So this is nice, makes it, it's going to make it easier, in my opinion. Like being able to use the rotary cutter right on it, as opposed to if you trace template plastic, you have to then trace the shapes to use the rotary cutter. Where this, you can just rotary cut away.
And we're offering that ruler when you sign up for 10% off as an add-on to the block of the month. So you don't have to get it if you don't want to, but we do recommend it.
Yes, it will definitely make your life easier. But as you said, it's not actually required, but you do get a discount if you order when you purchase it with the block of the month. We also have backing options for both colorways, which you can also mix and match if you want. You could, this is the backing, or will be the backing for the sky, and this will be the backing for the desert. But you could mix and match if you wanted.
I would.
I mean, that looks fine. Let's see what the other one looks like too. Oh, that is fun. Yeah.
Like your back doesn't have to be super bad.
Your back can be anything you want. That's the nice part about it. So yeah, absolutely. Mix and match. Do whatever you want. They do. They're kind of, you know, they're in that value.
What's the color theory name? Like, they're not coordinating. They're like the opposite.
Complementary.
Complementary. That's the word.
Actually, yeah, turquoise and orange, I think they are complementary.
Right? So,
yeah. And peach would
Sorry,
be.
we didn't.
Yeah, we didn't plan that part.
Said.
But yes, you can absolutely use them together, or however you would like to do that.
Hank is asking, what will the quilting be? And I'm not really sure how to answer that question.
So the quilt pattern, if that's what you're talking about, that's completely up to you. We did, or our long armor, I should say, I didn't do it. Our long armor, Justin, used this kind of hex shape on ours, which I think came out really nice. I like the kind of geometricness that kind of relates back to the quilt. But you could do anything. I don't think the quilt on the cover is real. I think it's a mock-up, so it's hard to say what she did. But really, you can do, oh yeah, some custom,
one in each color, or
even walking foot.
Stripes radiating out from the center.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So,
or, you know, fussy cutting different textures in the, not fussy cutting, custom quilting. You can tell I do a lot more piecing than I do quilting. Different textures in the different colors, or maybe just, you know, a lot of outlines. These diamonds could be cool to outline. That's what I see. Yeah, like echo quilting. I'm more of a straight line quilting person than a free motion. So that's where my mind goes.
Also, if you're listening to all these ideas and going, oh my God, that's way too much, you don't have to do any of those things. This would look awesome with just a diagonal line.
Oh, sure.
Parallel, diagonal.
Yeah, totally. You can also just bring it to us and we'll quilt it for you. That's the other option. We now have mail order long arm as well. So even if you're not local, you can send us your quilt, and Justin could do the same quilting on yours as he did on this one. But there's lots of options. Sure, lots of options. I think would look good for this one. That's an interesting thought, though. I think there's a lot of possibility there.
And this
I
quilt
don't
doesn't
remember
have
where I was.
much negative space. So when you're thinking about how to quilt it, an all over can often be the right way to go because it doesn't have a lot of negative space.
Right. Yeah, there
There's
really isn't.
no spot for you to like consider the background in your quilting. So
Yeah.
sometimes that's the easier decision to do. It's just do the same thing all across.
Right. That I would think it would be. Yeah, because the white or cream, I guess, would be the background, but it's also part of the. Right. Yeah. I don't know if you would consider any of these the background. That's true.
Like how Yuma is, even though Yuma does technically have a background.
Yes.
But whenever
there's not a lot of it.
Yuma, I'm always having the same problem. Like there's no background, there's no negative space for
Mm-hmm.
it. And like, how do you approach that? And all over, that's the answer.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot. I'm trying to think of. You've done different things in the different triangles for Yuma several times.
That's true.
But yeah, again, all over is going to work for just about anything.
Yeah.
So let's see, where was I? So we talked about the tool, we talked about the colorways, the backings.
3 months, easy to do.
3 months, totally doable, relatively easy piecing. The only thing that's even slightly tricky is the fact, that you're using a template. But the template makes it nice because even like with the half square triangles, you have the corner, the top and the side already cut off. So when you go to line them up, they should line up perfectly, which is nice. Because you're not doing the 2 at a time version that a lot of us have come to know, that you then have to come back and trim and all that stuff. This one should just be right the first time, which saves a little bit of time. So that is actually a bonus in my mind.
So Andrew, what is a block of the month? If someone hasn't done one ever before.
That's a great question. So if you've never done a block of the month, this is. So basically what happens the first month, which in this case will be February, we will send you the pattern and the fabric necessary for that first month, which will be black. This one. So this is your first block. So we will send you all of the fabric you need to make 4 of these blocks and the pattern. And then if you order the tool or any of the other add-ons, we'll send you those as well for the first month. So you'll have those for that. And then the second month, you'll already have the pattern, but we'll send you all the fabric for block number 2. And then in the third month, we'll send you all the fabric for block number 3.
And a gift.
Oh, right. And we always do a freebie with our block of the month. So in the last shipment, we'll say, the binding fabric will be included in that as well. And we throw in a free goodie. In the past, we've done magnets, tote bags, zipper bags.
Sometimes we design these they're all exclusive for the block.
Right. So we only do enough, for the block of the month and maybe 1 or 2 extras. Yeah, usually we keep some for ourselves, but we don't sell them in the store. So they are, and so far, and our plan is to not repeat any of them either. So they will be exclusive. And I know a lot of you have done like all of our block of the months. So, it's going to be something different every time.
And sometimes we design the thing for the gift and we're like, we all get
and then we all want it.
And it's like, oh, we should actually sell this thing.
But we're sticking to it so far. It's exclusive. We try to keep that.
Commemorative gift for
Yes, commemorative gift. Will not be a spoon or a coin or a plate or any of those things. I can tell you that.
Like
yeah.
Crystal.
Yeah, it's not gonna be that. Or like the British baking show platter.
Oh yeah.
No, it won't be anything like that. We try to do things that are useful. That's the thing. We also do things that are easy to ship. So yeah, magnets, tote bags, things like that are pretty simple. But also usable. We do try to make things. I guess a magnet isn't super usable, but it's nice to have. What else?
So signups are open now. now.
Yes.
You can go on our website and register, and we have two options. You can pay in full upfront, which gives you a 10% discount, or you can choose the pay-as-you-go option, which is 4 payments of $39.99, which get billed to your credit card automatically. The first one is when you sign up, and the second one will be in January, and the third one in February,
And so on.
every month. Well, 1 month ahead of the months.
Right. Yes. So you'd be charged the month before it ships.
Right.
And so there's the 2 payment options, but there's also 2 color options. So you have sky and desert, which you can see behind me, and the sky you'll be able to see online as well. It's also very similar to the pattern, the one on the pattern cover here. One other, just real quick, in the back of the pattern, I just think this is really cool. Oh, well, the first part. So she gives you alternate layouts. So this is one layout, and then this is a totally different layout made using the exact same blocks. So once you have your blocks finished, you can play with the arrangement and see which one you like better.
I love that.
I think it's great. I like all these add-on, things that make it more useful. But then she also does a quilt made out of just block 1 and just block 2, which looks pretty, well, kind of similar to block 1.
So in a way, you're almost getting like multiple patterns.
Exactly, yeah.
One block of the month.
And then block 3. So that's 5 different patterns just from this one. So if you like it and you'll have the tool already, there's also another pattern booklet with 12 different blocks. I don't have a copy of it yet, unfortunately. 12 different blocks that also use this tool, some of which I think are really cool. So Yvette's going to try to show you that on screen. Hopefully that'll work. But if not, it's on the website. And yeah, there she goes. She'll have that up in just a second. But I thought that was nice. And it's, you've already got the tool. And some of the blocks I thought were really cool.
So this is the cover of the booklet.
So that's 12 additional blocks that you can make either, a whole quilt with one, or you can mix and match, similar to the, using 3 different blocks to make this one.
This is a booklet that's an optional add-on as well, which we also give you 10% off on. And basically this makes your goddess tool, which is that acrylic ruler that Andrew was showing. And by the way, I looked on her website to figure out why she named this thing goddess. And it's because she thinks of the word muse as a synonym for the word goddess.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So
I didn't catch that.
So I was like, I have no idea why she named this thing Muse.
Yeah, I wasn't. She explained why she named the pattern Muse.
Yeah.
And it's, the Muse is, here we go, Muse. Any of a number of sister goddesses or any goddess presiding over a particular art.
Right, so that's why this one's called goddess, because it's basically a synonym to muse.
Got it.
Although to me, that was a little confusing.
Yeah, Muse to me is inspiration.
Right.
But
it's music,
I think it has more.
mythology kind of way,
Yes.
right? Anyway, back to what we were saying about the add-on thing. I think this is a really great idea that she came up with.
I do love things that are multi-use.
Yeah, and like when you buy a ruler, sometimes it's like, oh, I use it once and then I don't really need it anymore. So in this case, you're getting it to make your life easier when you're making the Muse quilt. But then you have all these other things you can make with it, so it's not just like a one and done.
Exactly. Right. Which I love.
So that's why we decided to add that one in as an add-on.
Yes. So that's about it, I think.
I'm really excited about this.
I think that gives you all the information. I like that it's short.
Yep.
I know a lot of people have a hard time committing to something for a year or 10 months, and a lot of us. So I think, the fact that 3 months, you can do just about anything for 3 months. And it is, it's the same blocks, so it's not overwhelming.
And you can cut for all the blocks
at the same time, right?
And then do chain piecing and get it done really fast.
Exactly. And it finishes at 68, I think. It should 64. So finished, it's a 64-inch quilt, which is a really nice size for a throw on your couch. Also looks good just hanging on your wall though too, behind your couch or something like that. So a nice usable size. simple, not overwhelming, and a nice, kind of late winter, early spring project. Okay, so Yvette's out. But I think we're about ready to wrap it up.
Well, we were going to tell
Oh, that's
you
true.
about the Bernina sale.
Yes, we do have a little bit of housekeeping to take care of. First of all, there is a sale on Bernina accessories going on for the entire month of December. They did this last December too, and it's great. It's a great time to stock up. Or that foot you've been thinking about that you don't really need it, but you'd like to have it. Well, it's 25% off this month, which they don't do very often. The last time was last December, actually. So this is a great time to get some of those feet you've been looking at. One of which is the walking foot. I know the box isn't very pretty, but if you don't already have a walking foot for your Bernina, you should get one. Unfortunately, it's not the cheapest accessory. It is around $200.
Which is why the 25% off sale is perfect.
Exactly. So yeah, so why getting it, for 25% off is the way to go. So just to show you real quick, we've got, it's pretty typical for a walking foot, but it has 3 different soles that you can change. So this is an open-toed sole, so you can see what you're doing there. And then we have the closed toe, which is not a great deal different, but has this extra piece of metal in front of the needle. And then my favorite, the Stitch in the Ditch or center guide. So it's got this guide right in the center that just rides along. If you have a seam, that center guide will just ride right in the seam and give you like perfect stitch in the ditch results. Also, it's great for top stitching, a lot of different things. I use it so often.
It's great for binding too.
It is great. Yeah, it's good for binding. It's good for so many things. And the fact that you can use it with the walking foot is so helpful because a lot of these things you're sewing multiple layers, like with binding, that's a lot of layers. And you want to keep them even. So it's really nice that you have those options with the 3 different soles. Also, you can put your guide in it. It's got this other little contraption that you stick on the back. And then you can put your guide in here. So you can do channel quilting.
So you can kind of see why this foot is so pricey. It's because it's like much more than just a regular foot. It's got all this stuff, right?
Exactly. And it's also got really handy markings on the foot itself. It's got your 1/4 inch. It has a 1/4 inch in front of the needle. It has a marking even with the needle. I don't think this one has one behind. A lot of their feet.
You really wouldn't be able to see it on the
Yeah.
because it has those things.
Yeah, I don't think you can see it, but you've got the 1/4 inch in front and on both sides, so you can turn and things like that a lot easier.
Abby's asking if it fits the 740.
It definitely fits the 740. It fits. We have walking feet for every machine. So if you have a newer machine, you're going to get the new style walking foot. If you have a machine that was made before early 90s, you want to get the legacy walking foot. And on our website, we do have listed exactly all of the numbers of all the models that require the legacy. So just look at that list. Yeah. 630, I think. Yeah.
1120, like all the
Exactly.
mechanical machines
Right.
that are not produced anymore, they all take wholesale.
Exactly. But we have those as well. We have both versions in stock. And we're getting more in because we're selling a lot of them. So we have more coming in all the time. So yeah, that's a good question. But yes.
The right time of year to buy that foot that you've been thinking about, or maybe a binder attachment.
Yes, we rufflers. Yeah, we do a lot of binder attachments this time of year.
A hoop for embroidery.
Yes, those are also 25% off, and I think luggage and hoops. I think basically all accessories.
Yes, not software.
Okay, so not good to know.
And not books.
Okay, so books and software not included, but just about everything else, accessory cases, darning or hoops, embroidery hoops, presser feet.
And not bobbins, I just realized.
Okay, not bobbins. But yeah, so that's a great, good time to do that. Let's see, what is our other? We're going to be closed
Yeah, that was
during
my
the week between Christmas and New Year's. So I think we close on the 23rd?
24th.
So 20 will be open.
December 24th through January 2nd.
Okay, so we'll be open regular on the 23rd, and then 24th will be closed until January 3rd is when we'll be back. So make sure, you're not going to come in. We will be shipping orders out during that time. So go ahead and place your orders online and we'll get those shipped out. It might not be as quick as we normally do, but we'll have somebody here to do that. So we will not be doing a video on the 27th,
Right.
that Tuesday between Christmas and New Year's, because we're going on vacation.
Hank just said buy Yvette a new mic for Christmas.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
More like batteries.
Or yeah, some battery. Yeah, these batteries die so easily.
And it's not that I don't turn them off. I definitely turn this
Yeah.
microphone
Did
off
they come
every
from
time.
Dwayne Reed?
The batteries?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because we'll talk about that later. Anyway, yes, we'll work on the microphone issue. Hopefully work on some of our other technical issues as well.
Now we have nicer lights at least.
That's true. We did up our light game. So that has been a big help. We're slowly learning and getting better at this.
It's only been like a year.
Yeah, about that. Yeah. We're getting better.
Yeah. And we have fun.
We
do
do.
videos and we talk to you all.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So we do plan on being here next Tuesday, though.
Yep.
And the Tuesday after New Year's, the 3rd. But yeah, so that 1 week in between will be off, just to let you know. So you can, hopefully everybody will be enjoying themselves, having some time off, if you can. I think that was it for our housekeeping.
Yeah. The only other thing that we wanted to mention is that we just published the class schedule for January through April.
Yes.
So if there's something you've been wanting to learn, go check it out. Go on our website, click classes and events, and that's everything. We have virtual classes as well as in-person.
Exactly. Yeah. Beginner. We've added some new classes, some new in-person classes. Definitely, we've got some big names doing some virtual classes. One thing I have had a request for was free motion, intro to free motion.
Is there an intro to free motion?
Not yet.
I put it on the calendar.
All right. Well, we'll double check that.
So maybe it didn't make it.
Yeah, maybe it didn't. That could be.
Okay.
So we'll check in. We'll look into that. But I did have a request for that. So I wanted to mention that.
That's one of the ones I teach. So.
Yeah, that's the one that Yvette teaches. But she's. I mean, I'm not gonna. Nobody wants me to teach free motion. So, yeah. I think that's about it.
Right.
So if you have any questions about the Muse Block of the Month or anything else, you can write to us at any time. Info@Gotham Quilts will work. Us at gothamquilts.com will work. Andrea or Yvette, whatever. Any of those will get to us. So yeah, just reach out, let us know. We'll be happy to help with anything. And hopefully we'll be seeing you guys in the Block of the Month.
Come sign up for our Muse Block of the Month.
Yep.
The link.
And classes too.
Yep.
Thanks everybody.
See you next time.
Bye.